Hello, boys and girls. I am testing out my new headphones, courtesy of myself, but a recommendation from the one and only Christ Manson. So we are doing a little testaroonie here. We can kibitz while we're at it. So how do I sound? Hey, Freeside. Hi, Fairy. Hi, Pat. I don't know if you guys are still here, if that's from earlier today. I know that my smoked salami was here, bartender. Um, yeah, so how do I sound? Do I finally sound like I'm actually not in a tunnel or underwater or crackling and breaking up? I was very excited to use these. AYB is okay, good. The battery's charged too. I want to make sure. Oh, good, good, good. I'm excited. They're a little, I'm not used to like I did have a full headset, like actual headphones, like over the ear headphones with a mic that I used for a while. I passed that on though. So then I had always been just using earbuds and earbuds and earbuds, and they're great for like laying in bed and watching my shows and stuff. But if I ever do want to jump on a panel or fire up a live, they sucked. They were always crackling. They were just garbage. So I'm glad these are working. They're heavy though. I'm not used to like the weight on my head. So the YouTube streets have been on fire. So yeah, it's been some craziness. Um, I will probably need to send a link because I don't think I can comment in my own chat. Can I? Oh, I can. Hold on. Hold on. If I can drop the link, let's see, copy. I just can't pin it. Comment. The last time I was trying to post a comment in my chat, I I was hitting like the wrong spot, and I was like, "Well, I want to go." There you go. I'm not sure if anybody's a managing mod, but if you are, there's the link. Please pin it for me. Otherwise, come on up. So anyway, what shall we talk about? I don't have a ton of time, but you know me, I usually go for about 45 minutes to an hour. We do a little kibitzing, we get some things off our chests, and then we move on. And then I come back in a month. Hello, Jill Jax and Dutchy. There's just been weirdness. I mean, I know 'tis this season for everybody's like cringiest sides of their personalities to rear their ugly heads. Kikalani. Good to see you. So I feel like it comes with the territory, but all sides of YouTube, the krama side, the drama side, the trolls, everybody is out of their minds. Um, and it's getting weirder. It's getting weirder by the day. Dutchy donut. Oh, that's so cute. Let's see. I know that the peas have some drama happening. I'm not going to get too much into that. Ain't really my business, but I do find it interesting. The stuff I'm still going to say that the things that go on over. Sorry, I got cut off mid-sentence. If I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, will it stop the calls from coming in? Because I didn't, let me try that. Because I didn't go on my laptop because I was just being lazy and my phone was charged. So I was like, oh, I'll take advantage of it. Sorry about that. The stuff that they allow to go on over there, I'm still kind of stuck on the hypocrisy and double standards. But then I sit back sometimes and remember that they're not the only ones. There is a like outbreak of hypocrisy and double standards. There's just been some really, really. I feel like two things are going to happen between now and New Year's. People, Is it better now, bartender? Because I got a call, but I put it on Do Not Disturb. Did it get better? Ah, crap. Let me know. I'll take it off the headphones if that's the case. I have a feeling, though, it's because a call came in. Because my connection is good. Somebody tell me, or somebody come up here. Now, let me drop the link again. So, excuse me. Yeah, I feel like one of two things are going to happen. People are going to get, it's not any better. Oh, shit. Hold on. Can I go out and come back in? Is that better? Any better? No? Yes? Maybe so? Let me move to, maybe it's where I'm at. I'd like to think that maybe it's my connection versus the headphones. I don't want to go on my whole tirade and nobody hear me, or I sound like shit. And I can't pull up YouTube right now. Because every time I do that, then it creates a delay. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it's sounding a little better. Let me see, is anybody DMing me to tell me I sound like shit? Okay, tell me if this is better. I'm off the mic. I mean, the headphones. If it clears up, tell me. Okay. Well, I took the headphones off anyway. It doesn't matter. It's fine because nobody else is talking. It's just me, so I'm not worried about anybody hearing me. But anyway, so back onto my little ranty-roo here about what one of two things are going to happen with the holiday season. You get like the two extremes. You get like superly, overly generous people wanting to help and save the world, and they're kind and they're good. And then the other extreme is people lose their ever loving minds, and the absolute cruelty, horribleness, meanness comes out because they're just so lonely during the holidays, desperate, sad, the seasonal depression, and then they take it out on everybody on the internet, or that they're around, which is the internet, because they have nobody around them in real life. Hey, ICB, good to see you. Do I sound robot-y to you or scratchy to you? Because I'd really like to put my new headphones back on, but I'm afraid that they were making my sound bad. I mean, I could just jump over to my laptop, but maybe it's more my phone. Hey, Pat, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. So that's what I think. This is my theory on YouTube on the holidays. Like, it's one extreme or the other. And I feel like when there's people with typical bad behavior, oh, good. Thanks, Pat. When there's people with bad behavior, it only gets worse, like right around now until the new year. All right, I'm going to try these headphones again. You tell me, Pat, since you're here now, if I'm all right. This bartender had me all screwed up. Let me see. Settings, audio. Come on, Bluetooth. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my little vascular Vienna. Oh, good. I'm glad you're back, bartender. But I'm going to try to put these. Actually, no, I don't need the headphones, so I'm not going to make myself nuts with that. Hold on. Except for that. Oh, Alicia, it's so good to see you. How are you, girlfriend? Oh, the 12 days of Christmas. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, so I just popped my head outside, guys, because I think my toddler's going to chase me. So I might have to end this sooner than I thought. But the bartender's not meaner than me, you little smoked salami. You little potent, what did I call you before? Potent potted meat. Oh, teacher's mom, hey. Hey, I mean, I love staying live. I just can't do it alone because I get, the background noise and the distraction. So if somebody wants to come up here and help me run the show, we can stay live, we can do a panel. But obviously with my background noise, I have to sometimes mute. We have a new obsession here with this knock knock game. So hold on a second. Fairy Goddess, my love, good to see you. You're mean to me? Oh no, AYB is not mean to anybody. Don't say that. You love the toddler age? Come on over. I'm kind. Listen, I love it. I love all the ages, but you don't really get much. Like you don't get 10 minutes, like unless I'm at work, right, of adult time. But that's okay. That comes with the territory. But anyway, back to the creepy Christmas behaviors. Not just Christmas. It's Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. Like just this time of year, I think the loneliness sets in, the depression sets in, the bitterness sets in, the anybody that's suffering from like feelings of abandonment, or they feel like the world is against them. Those emotions are just so much more exacerbated this time of year. Oh girl, we already know what's going on in your house. I get it, and you do have it 10 times more background noise than me, and when I say that, you know what I mean. But so I heard, I swore to some friends I wouldn't talk about this, but I do want to just mention it in case anybody missed it, that Cerrone Baloney porn bombed with his own Widjaloots. I heard that happened, which is classic. He is just a disgusting pig. You know what? Vienna sausage, you never ever come up. You ask me to go live and then you don't come up. You never click the link. You know? Just pointing it out, buddy. You never click the link. So, anyway, I Tippy, it's so good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you around at all. Where you been hanging out? Where you been lurking? Did you take a break? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but yeah, so gross, teacher's mom. I know. Well, I mean, he's so gross. He's no better than the other idiot, Vegas Valley. I know he's scared. What is that y'all say? Fear, literal fear. But so how's everybody's Christmas shopping coming along? Mine is done, as y'all know. If you've been hanging around me for the last 2 years, I start in August. This year I got a super duper late start, but that's okay. Got it done. Now it's just the wrapping, which I'm going to dedicate a weekend to when my husband's home. Oh, we got a guest. And do I need a peen screen?
I don't think you need a peen screen.
Woohoo! I took my headphones off because bartender got me freaked out thinking it was my headphones when I think it was her.
Well, put them back on. Let's find out.
No, but I'm afraid. I mean, I will put them back on, but I don't. I'm afraid that if I leave the stream, I'm not afraid if I leave the stream. I know what's going to happen. It's going to like delay it because then I have to I turn my Bluetooth off. So I'm on my phone, but I'm going to put them back on now that you're up here. So at least it's not just dead air.
Yeah. Just make sure you switch the StreamYard over to those headphones.
Yes, I remember how to do that. Yep.
Ooh, Alex V.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Talk to Alex V while I do this, so she has a good afternoon.
Ooh, Alex V. I hope you have a great afternoon. All right, people in the chat, what's happening? Fairy Goddess, careful of that Manson person. He's known to be a little shady. Oh, is that so, Fairy Goddess? Come elaborate. Come fucking elaborate. Bet you won't. Uh-huh. Bet you won't. Let's see. AYB's in chat. Alex V is in chat. What up, I could be?
Let's see. Testing.
Oh no, you sound horrible.
Do I?
Yeah, you sound like you got some vibrations.
Do I know? Do I turn the echo cancellation off? Is that better?
I would, yeah.
Is that better?
All right, testing.
Testing.
No.
Maybe it's my phone. Hold on.
Alex V is the Pekka Whisperer.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do going forward. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound good now.
Yeah, I'm off the headphones, but I don't think it's the headphones. I think it's my actual phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the laptop. Jump on from there.
Ah,
'Cause this is
nice, nice. Yeah,
important.
because you sounded great in Discord.
Yeah, I know. We need to resolve this. I want to get it to work. It's got to be my phone because you know what? You're not, because it's notoriously the iPhones I remember, like, and I don't have my phone plugged in right now, but I know that also sometimes. Yeah, it was those headphones, but I think it's more my thank you, Fairy, but I think it's more the phone, not the headphones. So it's got to be because there's just no way
Yeah, but
that I
that's
can't.
weird because I'm on an iPhone right now, no headphones.
Hmm. 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 I mean, could it be my? I mean, I would think if it was my internet, I would sound shit no matter what, right?
Yeah, so I think it might be a setting in your StreamYard. So like,
Oh, I never ever went in there and screwed around. You know what? I just canceled. Like, I used to pay monthly for StreamYard, but I don't go. I go live once a month, if that. So I canceled it. But do you think that makes a difference? Did they fuck me up because I stopped paying them?
no, but you might have a setting in there for like how you use your mic and all that.
Okay. We'll play around. I'll play around with it later when I'm not on live. Look at that. Look at the salty sausages comment. He called Alex the Pekka Whisperer.
Yeah, the Pekka Whisperer kid.
Why is that so funny to me? I think that's hysterical. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So make sure your settings are set as to your. Yeah, I set it to the headphones. I did, but I wonder if it's because I was coming. Because when I first went live, I had them on and they were great. Everybody said it sounded good. And then it started to break up a little bit. So then I went in and I just shut everything down. But I'm thinking now, if I go to my audio settings, maybe it had something to do with the. What does it say here? Many external mics aren't supported on iPhones, iPads at this time. Safari is working on fixing this. I wonder if that's the issue.
But that's also weird because those same headphones worked for me the other day on StreamYard.
Yeah, I wonder if there's just a glitch. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Either way, I love. They're so comfortable. I love them. I'm very happy with them. Up. Oh. Do I need a peen screen? No. Hello, sir.
Mr. P, do you think you could go ahead and do your audio test before you go live?
Don't call me Mr. P ever again, or involve me in the PP head cult ever again, sir. Sir, do you want to be welcome back here?
I'm always welcomed here.
What up, Rada?
What's going on?
You'll get a perma ban. You know what
How
that
you
is?
doing this afternoon?
Fair to moderate.
It was a phone call. You're right. You're right, bartender. The phone call screwed me up.
That could be so too. Hey, Spunky Delicious.
Ooh, spunky
Spunky's having
punky.
a she's having a
I
photo
think,
shoot.
you know what? I think Punky's probably one of the most like neutral level headed. I mean, just from my interactions, more so than even me. And I try to be that way, but she's
Oh,
even
hold
different
on.
because I lose my shit. She never loses her shit.
Hold on. I feel Andrew. I'm being possessed. I'm channeling my inner Andrew. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Oh no, what does that mean?
Punky, you fucking snitch! You
Oh
snitch,
yeah.
bitch!
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he does.
that's right.
And
Punky
she's a little
Punky gets
snitchy
called
snitch.
that by Andrew.
She does. She does. Oh, look,
Yeah.
Free the Foot is here.
Free the
Oh, Rana,
Foot is here.
she always tells me if I talk to you to say hello and send her regards, but you don't ever respond to my DM, so I just
Hello,
stopped.
Amanda Meatfoot. Do you remember when Amanda Meatfoot used to get blocked because they thought that was like a troll account for Amanda
I
Erickson?
know. Completely two different ends of the spectrum, though. Like her whole Amanda Meatfoot story has nothing to do with that other Meatfoot.
Yeah.
When you have a community with more than one fucking meat foot.
That's
Right.
it. But let me
Right.
tell you something. There's a lot of like Amandas, like you don't realize it. And a
Right.
lot of Jesses, I feel like, across like multiple communities. And then when they start to like collide, it's like, whoo, it's a doozy.
I like that Fairy Goddess called me shady. Don't get me started, Fairy
Right.
Goddess.
She called
Look
you
at
shady?
Fairy Goddess wanted me to go live, but I can't go live because
Don't say because Audie is. I go live once a month. Don't even
Audie's
say it.
live. Well, I
No.
go
Which
live
which
like
is
once a
why he
month.
won't go live over you.
Well, he
Right.
can go live anytime he wants. I give 2 hootsy bootsies. But is
Bootsy
Katie
boots.
still live?
Who?
Katie? Because she's like literally the 24-hour Rebel coverage channel.
She's the new Mrs. P. That's I call her DF Katie because she never reads her chat. Like, so she'll be on panel asking questions, and people will be answering in her chat, and she'll be like, "Does anybody have an opinion on it? Does anybody?" And they'll be answering her, and it's not even.
Yep.
It's well past the StreamYard YouTube delay, but she still won't read it. So that's why she's the new DF Katie.
Rada, I told her in our chat that I was going to send her my medical records and immediately sent her in Discord a photo of the board game Operation.
Right.
I get
Nothing.
back like 2 days later.
Yeah, about
You're
2 days.
retarded.
Yeah. 2 days is actually pretty good for her, so you're actually lucky.
Actually, you're right, because I had sent her a DM about something. That
Oh,
wasn't-
now you're popping again.
Oh,
What are you
shit.
doing?
Hold on. I know what it is. Hold on.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, 2 days is actually pretty good for DF Katie. I'm surprised that you even got it that quick.
I mean, I'm used to waiting. As said, my dad went for Smokes and Milk 27 years ago.
Mm,
I'm a patient man.
gotcha. Oh, she's gone now. All right, now I can porn bomb. Hold on. Let me get a good one.
Don't you even think about it.
Yeah,
You're
Rada, just
popping
use
again.
Mike
What are you
Cerrone.
doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting in the same spot. All right, I'm going to my computer. Hold down the show.
Are you using the headphones right now?
No.
So it's not the headphones, then. Good.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's my phone.
Maybe you should buy another 15 pair of headphones.
Well,
And
no,
maybe
Rada,
one of them.
I just recommended some dope headphones to her that have clearly worked in the past. So I think she got other issues.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. Like I've tried to tell her this before. Some phones just suck with Bluetooth. Like you just can't hear shit.
Well,
Like
she was in
everybody.
Discord. They sounded great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's StreamYard too. It takes a lot of bandwidth and crap, so.
I blame. Who do I want to blame? Who's in the chat? I blame Andy
Naughty,
Cruz.
she's in chat.
Yep, I see that now. But Andy Cruz, I blame you.
Yeah, stop with that. Betty is live losing her shit. Oh boy. When is she
Rada
not
is
losing her
down.
shit? Huh?
Fairy God has said, you seem down.
Yeah, I got something
Was it a
going
pizza?
on. So. No. A family member passed away, so I
Oh,
just.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. Thank you. Kind of unexpected, so yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, she was up there in age, but just kind of like, yeah.
It's definitely different if you know it's coming, but like my great grandmother's 91, 92, some shit like that. Probably the most healthy person in our family. Like if there was a Deadpool, I could put 20 relatives before her.
Yeah. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Barry.
Pat, do you want to come up and discuss your issue with Rada?
Show him your dick. Is that the new thing? I heard, I guess there was some dick showing last night. I mean...
Yeah, it was fucking weird. A challenge got put out 24 hours ago to get Mike Cerrone to either rage quit every time someone asked him for a dick pic or to have him show his dick on panel.
Yeah.
Of the sensible trolls that happened yesterday, Rudy was like, take your hat off, show your bald spot. Fucking Cerrone loses his shit about that. Bunch of men ask him, hey, show your dick. He goes, you want to see it? Fucking whips it out.
Ugh, the fuck?
Okay, how do I sound now?
Sound great, loud, but great.
Okay, so if I'm now going to connect the headphones and see how we do.
Oh God, here we
Make
go.
sure
Again.
you have to switch over the mic and the
I will.
all the settings.
Yep.
So,
Gonna do.
can anybody figure out where I hate Pat, or I've ever said I hate Pat? I hate a lot of
been
people.
a very good friend to Pat. I don't understand where this is coming
Yeah, I mean,
from.
I hate a lot of people, but like, I don't think Pat would be on that list.
No way.
I think
Pat-
you get frustrated with Pat when he adds words and Mad Lib shit that he read.
Yes. I mean, Pat has a very punchable pair of balls, which I want to punch him in his balls every once in a while. Other than that, I wouldn't say I hate him.
No.
I think Pat also will read like one line, skip 4 or 5 comments, read another, then go, "What's happening?"
Mm-hmm. And he never scrolls up. Never scrolls up.
Well,
Although, Pat, I do think it's weird who and when you decide to like push back. Like, he made a very off-color joke about Heather, that crippled bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And she hit him with like a very light, tame meme, and he fucking went ballistic.
Oh, Pat.
So, Rada,
with Heather,
she put his face on Pat Sajak.
Yeah, that actually I always
Like, that was a very tame meme. She was like, "Look, it's Pat."
All right, says we're connected. Okay,
what is she
says
trying
connected.
to do now?
Good sound.
You sound fine. You sound good. How do we sound?
I do? Okay, I'm on the headphones.
Can you hear us? Oh,
I'm
God,
going to ask
Rada,
a really embarrassing question.
She can't hear us,
I can hear
Rada.
you. I can hear you.
All right.
Is there a forward and a back to the headphones? Is there
Yes.
forward and back?
No, actually, if you
Can I
look
wear
on
them
the
either?
side, it's R now. Sometimes just an R.
Yeah. I want to say the side with the settings is the microphone should go right.
Yeah, usually
Are all the buttons and stuff supposed to be on my right ear or my left ear? Christ.
I mean,
usually right.
Yeah, I wear them on the right.
That's how I have it. Okay, just want to make
Yeah,
sure there
most
wasn't
people
like
right-handed. So are you like don't
sorry?
Don't touch that button.
Audie's like, these are great. Boom.
Oh God. Okay, I think being on the laptop is the secret to success. I think my phone's just
it's because you're using like a lot of phones like suck with Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime I'm on the phone with somebody in my truck, like on Discord, people lose their ever living crap because I sound like crap. Like because I'm on Bluetooth on my truck, and then I have to put headphones or an earpiece in, and they're like, "All right, yeah, you sound much better. What happened?" It's just the Bluetooth.
Yeah, and I think you're right, like the bandwidth or whatever, because I think that's why Discord is not using as much, so it sounds much better for me versus like obviously that StreamYard, which seems to use so much. I mean, it gobbles up your battery too, so it's quite obvious.
That too, yeah.
But it's like working extra hard.
Yeah, see,
hey,
Fairy
Andy,
Goddess
I didn't
says,
even see you.
See, Fairy Goddess says, like, when I'm on Bluetooth in my truck, I sound like shit. But when I put an earpiece in, it's like fine. Like, oh, I can hear you much better. But yeah, it's just that's what.
No, I agree with Fairy Goddess. When Rada's on Bluetooth in his truck, Fairy Goddess sounds like shit.
Oh, actually, it is her. That's right.
No.
Yeah.
It is because it's an iPhone. Well, I don't have an iPhone. I have a real phone.
Wait, are iPhones not good?
No, I love my iPhones. Do you remember those little Fisher Price phones that like had a string to them and you can like pull them along behind you?
Yes,
that's like
I have one here.
Well, that's what you pretty much use.
Oh my gosh. I had an Android once. It was a long time ago. It was my work phone.
Yeah.
And it was like a learning curve to learn how to use it after being used to Apple products for so long.
Say that?
But I did like it. I had no problems with it. Then they gave me an iPhone. So then it was the weirdest thing happened. Then my 2 iPhones that were completely unrelated somehow started to sync up.
Because you use the same Apple account.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, because my work phone is on the, the master account. It's not. I'm telling you, this is
did
weird.
you put your iTunes account in there?
Oh, I have other ones. Okay, I know what you're saying now. So anything related to Apple then syncs. Okay, yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Pretty much
got it.
there.
Which
Got
is
it.
why
All right.
one iPad, one phone have one Apple account. The other iPhone, other iPad have one. They're
Yeah,
both mine, but
got
I
it.
don't want shit
Yep.
syncing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I should have. Okay, good to know for future
And
things I may do.
And as a point of reference, Pat S is saying that all Apple products rule, so that pretty much tells you never buy an Apple product.
Pat is like a tech genius, so I trust
He
anything
is?
Christ Manson or Pat tells me about anything electronic.
Pat is? He can't even read a freaking chat. How is he a tech? I mean, what?
He is very good.
He doesn't know how to scroll up. Pat's the only one that, like, people will be having a full-fledged conversation for, like, at least an hour. Pat will come in and be like, hey, what are we talking about? And not know how to scroll up.
Yes, but if you asked him to, like, put together your photocopy machine, he could do it.
I bet he couldn't.
I just have a feeling he could. Or your VCR. Hey, Starlight, long time no see. Good to see you.
Oh, hello, Starlight.
Oh, STL's very good too. Yes, STL's another one that I heard was very
Actually,
good.
STL helps Pat out.
Yeah, that's what
STL taught Pat everything he knows.
Well,
and
Pat
forgot it all.
Scammed. Do you want to hear about a scam I almost got caught in?
Well, I mean,
and Pat helped me. So I was on the internet shopping.
Oh, yeah. I got to drop. I appreciate both of you.
Hey, thanks for coming up.
I appreciate you, Christ.
Thanks for coming up to my show.
Yes. And thank you too for coming up and helping us. Okay, so listen, I was shopping, and you know, like how Walmart has third-party sellers now, like Amazon. Like, not everything you purchase online from Walmart is from Walmart. Like, you have to be careful.
It's from
anyway.
Right. It says like who you're buying it from. Yeah.
Yes. Like, you have to look though, because if you didn't know, some people I think don't realize that. So anyway, it was a MacBook, a pair of like what I thought was AirPods, and like a case for the MacBook, right? And the price was like crazy good. So I had like sent it to Pat, and I was like, do you think this is like a scam? And then he like found all these things wrong with it. First of all, he's like, there's so many spelling errors in like the description.
Yeah,
and the
it's probably like an act book.
Yes. Well, he said the picture that was in the image is not the product that they're selling. Like, that's the first thing. Like, that's a different model. So he saved me from being scammed.
That's like when I bought Starlight once on the internet. I forget what website I bought her from, and she showed up. I'm like, that's exactly not what I ordered, and I had to send her back.
Oh, stop that. Oh, look at Prester John is so happy that you come out of the wherever you were hiding.
Yeah, I've been making drive-bys lately.
You were just taking a break. Oh, by the way,
no, I wasn't hiding.
I was switching devices. No, I know you weren't. I didn't mean to say it like that. But I was switching devices, and I heard what you said, and I'm so sorry about your loss, and I'm just very sad for you. It's a hard time of year.
Open this.
Yeah. Thank you. I got the Temu version of Starlight.
Temu? Temu version. Somebody told me no more shopping on Temu, that they're stealing every time I go in there and buy crap, they're stealing my stuff, my like information. They're gonna be really disappointed if they get mine. I mean, really, they do. Think about it. Like, if you go to Macy's or Nordstrom's or Bath and Body Works online, you're already allowing them to take your stuff and do whatever with it, right?
I mean, they're tracking what you're buying. Every time you give their phone, like, what's your phone number? They're tracking. They sell that, like, what you're buying, and then your email address, and they all do that. And, I mean, the thing with Temu, too, like, a lot of these, what's good is, like, a lot of these credit card companies and, like, even PayPal now, I think, have, like, the zero liability crap. So if, like, if something does happen, you just, hey, listen, I got scammed, and they know.
Yep.
But
Andy Cruz got all the Alibaba versions of Starlight. Alibaba. Oh gosh, I remember Alibaba was so big back in like when I was in the beauty side of YouTube. And
it's
all
still
these,
around.
Like,
I keep on seeing like
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
People would get these like private label makeups and then slap their logo on it and pretend to be like a makeup thing, that act like they're an.
No, I think that was around before Wish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And they would be like, oh, you want these red bottoms? go to this link. It would be for like a pair of earmuffs, and they'd be like, choose code.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by
64.
red bottoms?
Like fake, like lubes. Like it was like they would do on Alibaba. It would be like,
what's a red bottom?
Like a Louboutin, like a Christian Louboutin, like the pump. The
what is that? A shoe? A red bottom shoe?
Yes, you know what it is.
Are you saying they make red bottom shoes, like fake ones?
Oh yes, they make some phony balonies out there. You can make your own with red nail polish. Want me to send you a pair of manly ones, boots or something?
Red bottom, like they have men red bottom shoes?
They do. Absolutely. They have loafers for men. They have like kind of like a Doc Marten version of boot for men. It's the truth. Oh God.
Ask Puddin' Pop. Oh no, not Puddin' Pop.
Not the
Do they make Puddin' Pop flavored red bottom shoes?
Oh God, no. Oh, I can't. It's too early. It's not even 5 p.m. yet. It's too early for me to have a cocktail.
No, it's not. 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's the truth, isn't it? I'm saving myself.
India's Amazon. That's pretty much what. Yeah, that's actually a great
yes
analogy of what Alibaba is. Yeah.
Yes. So, anything else exciting happen that you've seen around these streets, except for the Widget?
Oh, don't say streets. If you ever say streets again, I probably won't be able to come
that
up
last
here.
time I said it. Okay, I won't do it again because I don't want you to break up with me as a friend.
Actually, people grab drinks at lunchtime. I mean, I don't understand. Like,
I know, but I'm not a very good alone drinker. Like without other adults. Like I like to have a cocktail conversation, right?
Do you usually find yourself passing out and take advantage of yourself when you drink alone?
No, because I don't even get to have that many drinks anymore, even if I did, because I'm too freaking worried about not feeling good the next day. So I have like maybe 2 or 3. Ooh, and you know what? Somebody dropped me off, Alex, a bottle of Prosecco for my birthday, but like as a late birthday gift. Boy. It was very nice. And so it's sitting here, but I'm going to save it for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to have some mimosas on Thanksgiving.
I remember the last time somebody went on a panel with Prosecco.
That was me.
Right? No. Besides you, I'm not going to mention.
Oh.
No.
When I did
I'm not going to mention her name, but yeah.
Oh.
Mimosas, yeah, that's like a breakfast drink cocktail.
Yeah. Well, I did have mimosas on New Year's last year. Was I on your panel? I don't remember. It was so long ago. Not because I was drunk, because I wasn't. I would never like get blackout drunk and go on YouTube. But I did have mimosas last year on New Year's. I did. I mean, I'm kind of like a wimpy drinker now. I'm not like I used to be like a party in a purse. Now I'm like, no fun.
No fun?
No, I just have like those, I'm just like have a couple of those seltzer beers, and then I'm like good. Like the seltzer sodas, like the vodka sodas or the tequila sodas, but they're in a can.
Hard seltzer, yeah.
Yeah, like Topo Chico makes one now, the High Noons. Like I even like the Michelob Ultra ones. They're really good. Yeah, maybe when like I'm not the only when I get like a night off from my other responsibilities, we can do a cocktail stream. But I have to wait till my
cocktail stream
is home. Yeah, that'd be fun, right?
You can have Punky come up here and teach us how to drink.
Yeah, we can have like a little cocktails. We can talk about our Christmas hauls, things that we're gonna get for people, and we can share our we can sing, we can carol. Would that be fun?
Yep, I was just gonna say carol and play like Secret Santa and
oh my gosh,
Hide the Sausage.
White elephant. We should do like a white elephant. How do we do that virtually? I don't think there's a way. We could just be fun and talk about white elephant gifts because those are fun.
What's a white elephant gift?
Like a white elephant is like a joke. Like a joke gift. Like I went to this one party and I got a tortilla blanket, or one of my oldest was doing a white elephant for school, so we got his like this really funny photo of him like making a really creepy funny face, and we put it on a pillow and it said sweet dreams. They put it in the white elephant thing, so like for the kids in his class, like just silly stuff like that.
We had a bartender in here. Maybe like now that we're talking about like alcohol, she's very quiet.
Don't you miss her? I know she's never around anymore. The bartender, I miss her.
Eh.
I miss her. She doesn't come up on panels.
Maybe if she goes away for another couple days, I'll miss her. I'm not at that point yet.
I
just
agree,
need 2 more
Alex.
days.
Oh, Dallas, it's good to see you. Hope you're well, hon. I hope things are going good and you're feeling good. There was something else.
How are you giving haircuts? Are you good? Can you give a haircut? I need a haircut.
No, because it's really funny that you say that. I took my little for her very first haircut today. Oh my gosh, it was adorable. Boy. She was so good. And you know what the hairdresser said? Did she take scissors to her own hair? I said, no, I rage cut her hair when she was giving me a hard time to brushing it. So I just cut it because I was so like, she didn't like me cutting there was tangles and stuff. And he was like, never do that again. I was like, oh no, I won't. Now that she's so good coming here, I would never do that again. So I'm not the one for a haircut. No, sir. But I'll send you a gift certificate for your haircut. You want me to send you a gift certificate for the barber for like your birthday? Because isn't it your birthday? Remember?
I just go in my bathroom with a buzzer and take it all off. Much easier.
Yeah.
I don't shave it to the skin. I do like a 1 and just take it all off.
Hold the fork
very low maintenance. Very, very low maintenance. So it looks like the bartender took off, so she's not around to help us with this drinking stream. So that's cool.
Sorry.
How am I very hot?
Okay. Like fake babies, you know what I mean? Baby dolls. Navigator, good to see you. Hope all is well and happy holidays. Rada's not low maintenance. Rada's high maintenance. He's like, he needs, let's see. And Rada's, well, you kind of are. Think about it, because you're like, you know, always getting fancy coffees. You always have to have new tires. Like, you are a little
fancy new tires. I got tires. Like, actually, you know, the last time I bought tires, everybody used to make fun of me at work because they'd be like, "Hey, what are you going racing later with your freaking slicks there?" Like, and then finally tires? I had to go get. They were pretty bad. Yeah, they were. Car? Well, the new wheels is because I got sick of putting air in them. So, because
tires is the same thing.
Well, technically the wheels are the rims, and tires are tires.
Oh, the metal thing in the middle.
The metal thing in the middle.
I'm gonna get a new car. It's on my to-do list. Yes, I'm between 2. So tell me what you think. And I don't have any other choices. I would like other choices, but since I ain't buying it, I ain't complaining. Either the Palisade, which I think is made by Hyundai, or the Telluride, which is made by Kia.
I remember the Tellurides were so hard to get for a while.
Yeah, because but you know what? When I looked at them, I am not kidding you. The outsides definitely are different. I think I actually like the outsides. I thought I liked the Telluride better, but now I think I like the Palisade a little better. But the inside, like the setup and everything, is almost identical. Like, there really isn't much of a difference. Like in the look.
I would have to look at both. I haven't seen them.
I mean, I just want something safe, reliable, all-wheel drive that I can drive in the snow, and I don't have to, like, you know, be scared. As I'm already a scaredy cow to drive in anyway on a regular, normal day.
Yeah, you are.
I know. I don't even like to drive in streams.
I could be. There you go. I could be said Kia Motors are junk. Stay away.
Really? I thought. Yeah. See. Okay,
how come you don't have the link pinned?
Because now I can do it because I was on my phone. Right. Here, let me do it now. Now I'm on the computer. Hold on, I have to open YouTube. Or I think I have a managing mod in here. Can they just do it for me? I know I'm like a very needy.
Sounds like they're not very good at managing.
I mean, I remember when YouTube said that we can put like you can take a mod and make them like a super mod or something.
Yeah.
Remember? I don't even know if I ever did that.
Yeah, you can do that to multiple people now.
Yeah, I think okay, here.
Did you say Alex is one?
I think so.
I could be. Kia Motors have started to get much better. They picked up a couple of people from Mercedes.
And I also heard, so like, I have a Volvo now, which I'm just like so sick of. I'm never buying another one again. Granted,
Dude, new
it's
Volvos
older.
are nothing like they used to be.
No, and it's not that new. I mean, it's definitely served me well, but the maintenance on it, every single time I have to get something, it is so flipping expensive and it takes forever. Like, I'm sick of it. I was using my dad's Cadillac for a while. He got the new SUV one. That is gorgeous.
Ooh.
That at first I didn't like it. It was too overwhelming. But then after driving it for a couple of days, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. I want this.
Well,
No.
the problem with anything General Motors right now, though, is when they go on strike, you're fucked.
Yep. The Lincoln. That Lincoln Navigator, isn't that the I asked him if maybe I could put that on the list. And the Buick Enclave I really like too. But he said choose between the Hyundai or the Kia. He must know a guy or something. I don't know. If somebody else paying the car, and I don't care. I'm just gonna go with the flow. But
I would avoid Buick because
same reason, right? Isn't that GM?
Well, yeah, but Buick's different. So GM is making a huge push to have like every future Buick be electric. And so the amount of they recently in the last year did a massive buyback. They started buying out a lot of their franchise locations from being Buick eligible. So you're going to have a lot of dealerships you're going to have a lot of dealerships that either won't be specialized in dealing with Buick, won't want to touch Buick. Like they offered franchises big money to buy back the rights to sell Buicks.
So these electric cars, so this is what I was told that when I had asked my
They're electric.
half about this.
Yes, woogie.
The ones that you plug in, right? He said, no, hey, Notorious Ash, you're not getting one because first of all, when the battery goes, you might as well just buy a new car and they're not designed to last forever. And no, you're not getting one. And mainly but then my concern was, is it like, maybe I misread this, but isn't the government like pushing to make that like a mandated thing, or is that only California? Like something about the cars or...
No, they're pushing to, even individual states are pushing to make all electric, but even the federal government eventually.
Yeah, so Audie, you have 3 different questions there kind of posed as one. So the issue with the EV standards, right? So every vehicle manufacturer has a net average of what like their emission standards are, which is why a lot of the big brands just announced that they're getting rid of like the Camaro. I think this is the last year you'll ever see a new Camaro, right? A lot of the companies are pushing to get their EV standards in line, right? They're getting rid of their supercharged vehicles. They're getting rid of a lot of their midline vehicles. They're starting to really push for these SUVs, crossovers, things that are more efficient on gas, but they sacrifice a lot of the things you need. And then they upcharge you for the things that you want. Like, great example, look at the Chevy Trax, right? The 2015 to 2021s, you could get them in all-wheel drive. Okay, cool. Same price point as the old ones now. They're efficient. They're larger. There's no all-wheel drive model. To get an all-wheel drive model, you have to buy a car that's $4 or $5 grand more expensive, which to them, fine. The emissions are a little bit less, but they made way more money. It's going to help offset any fines, any regulations, so on and so forth. Like, it's driving the price of cars up. Now, on the flip side, you look at the other portion of it, like Rada said, a lot of states are mandating, in order to sell a vehicle in our state, you have to do this. Some car manufacturers, California going that way, population of 40 million people, you can't alienate like 1/6, 1/7 of the country by not doing business in California. So you're going to start doing things that California wants you to do. Maybe there will be some cars sold in other states and you pay the fine, whatever, but other states are pushing that way too. And then the government is constantly pushing for, well, we want this, we want that. We don't even know what like the future of electronic cars are going to be, because like hybrid was a great fucking idea. Hybrid's great. You can buy petroleum, put your gas in, you can have electric. Like Pat just said, the electric grid is nowhere near capable of handling millions of cars. And nobody thinks about the offset.
Yeah. I mean, so the hybrid, you have the option, right? That's what a hybrid means. You can run either way, or am I misunderstanding that? Or does it just decrease the emissions?
You can run either way. Generally, you'll do electric first, and then it will switch over to gas. Like my buddy just bought a hybrid.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
No, and my buddy's hybrid, he loves it. He's like, dude, most days I never go past the electric portion.
Wow. So what if you're like driving? Like this is how I imagine me in an electric car, driving to work, my little lousy, 4 or 5 mile commute, maybe 6, and my battery dies. Then I got to wait an hour for my car to charge or whatever. Like I don't know. It just seems a little impractical. Like, I don't know. And how does everybody's going to need one of those plugs? Like if they did make it that everybody had to do this, like, I guess that's what would happen. Then what would happen to petroleum? I mean, like, it's such like
it would still exist. It would still exist. There's no way you could get away from gas right now. But to that same point, though, you live in a state that gets snow. Look at how many times, like, snow, backup, etc., like traffic. There, you can find stories of people where their car fucking just dies stuck in traffic, and they just leave. Because what do? You have to tow it now.
I mean, it's a good, it's a conversation. I mean, I like the idea of a hybrid. I wonder if either one of those cars make a hybrid. I mean, I like the idea of not paying for gas, but considering it's...
Sounds like they get away from hybrid. I know there's not too many, like...
I know. It's either all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple brands have really started coming back with hybrids, which I like. But the flip side of that, the downside to that is... I mean, the whole I don't want to pay for gas, you pay for electric. Like, you're still going to pay for it one way or the other. I know people who are, like Sancho used to brag about this. Oh, it only cost me like $4 or $5 to charge right now. Yeah, okay. To get 100 miles, God forbid you turn your heat on, your AC on. You have to think about, oh, I'm coasting down a hill. I'm doing this. You know what I do? I can go put $10 in my fucking car, get 140 miles and not have to bat an eye about using the gas, cranking the radio. And then states are catching on. They're realizing, hey, let's charge more money. New Hampshire, if you have a hybrid vehicle, you pay an extra $50 for registration now. If it's all electric, you pay an extra $100 because you're no longer paying the gas tax.
Right. Yep. And that is true. Pat's the electric grid can barely handle Pat's plug-in vibrators and all that stuff. So.
And his home entertainment theater. Don't forget that.
And his home
entertainment a very fancy
theater and
one.
His lights.
I'm sorry, Pat.
His Hue lights.
Fancy. Oh, look, there's that the potted meat. He always says go live and then never comes up or anything.
Who?
Sheesh. The
potted
smoky
meat?
Salmon. Yeah, that's what I call
smoky salmon.
Yeah.
Vascular Vienna.
I just call them different things, different meats high in nitrates.
Oh, okay. Different kind of nitrates, whatever the nitrate is for the day.
Yeah, like bologna or sausage or capicola,
sausage,
hot dogs,
capicola,
all those things. Oh, that does not taste good. I just tasted that.
Forget about it.
I'll get this. Yeah.
Pat S likes meat in his mouth.
Oh, so I don't think I got to finish what I was saying before because then my sound got all crappy. And so did you see the Cerrone's bologna last night? No, you missed it. I did.
That dumb motherfucker had the audacity to say it was his hand. His fucking video.
I saw it.
His video froze up when his hand is holding this fucking piece of meat.
Oh.
And then both hands grab his sweats. He's gripping the sides of the sweats and he does like 4 or 5 gestures, like front to back, flopping up and down, and then tugs his fucking sweats right back up. And in slow-mo, you can see when he puts his face back on camera, it struck him that you just whipped your shit out on fucking camera.
Yeah, losing his mind.
93% sack. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Lots of
So
loops,
basically,
lots.
Notley Geno alleges that he retires and Mike Cerrone takes over. I mean,
Sounds that way.
wow.
I mean, it takes a special kind of deplorable to do that on a live stream, in my opinion.
Right.
Well, I said this earlier because I've noticed a couple of people trying to defend when people do that, it's not malicious, or I've not heard Lay Geno doing this, blah blah blah. Like it was just that if a person did this in a restaurant, they would be on a fucking offender list.
Mm-hmm.
But it happens on a live stream. To me, that's no different. I'm not going to sit there with the fake outrage of, oh man, my kids were in the room and it was on a 60-inch screen. Well, then you're a moron too, and we can get to that.
Right.
But this person pulled their fucking dick out and weeble wobbled it on a platform that does not allow nudity.
And what about people that just don't want to see somebody else's dick? Like, I mean, let's take the kids out of it. I mean, some people just don't want to see his dick. Like.
And it's like, I mean, he's not new to the internet. And if people are badgering you and saying something like that, I mean, you're doing exactly what they want by doing that in a way. Like, just ignore it. Like, you don't have to follow the commands or whatever he was doing. Proving a point or whatever.
That was some additional outrage I saw this morning of people. Well, why were grown men asking him to do it? Well, the grown men also told him to take his hat off and show the fact he has hair. And that was a point of contention. No. He's not going to take the hat off. But he'll pull his dick out.
Yeah. So make that make sense. Come on.
That guy is like, he really is one. He is a degenerate. He is one.
He sure is.
He really fit in perfectly over there in VD Valley.
Well, the other night somebody was like basically like, calling him out for something. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dox you. Get ready for me doxing you. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, go away. Like, freaking little baby.
Yeah, he won't take his shirt off to prove he doesn't have man tits, which why you would even have to prove to anybody on the internet. That's a different story, but he won't do that. He won't take his hat off. He won't pan the camera over to show he does not have an alcoholic beverage in a fucking paper bag. Right. But here's my dick. You want to see it? Boom.
Yep.
You want to see it?
The paper bag thing's, I don't know. Have you ever drank your booze out of a paper bag in your own home?
No, that's
like,
so the half in the bag.
Yeah.
The concept of a paper bag is you're out in public, you keep it in the bag. That way it's kind of, people don't know what you're doing. If somebody stops you, open up the bag, you kind of look at them and think to yourself, fuck, I'm screwed. But in your own home?
Money in Manhattan and thinking it was cool to drink a 40-ounce with my friends out of a paper bag walking around Manhattan, but not freaking in my living room.
Let's take that a step further. You have to hide the fact you're drinking in your own house, but you have no problem whipping your dick out in your living room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just speaks volumes to who he is.
Bruh.
There's some other like drama, I guess, going on over in that sector too. Well, there always is, but there's something with like Dutchie was kind of asking some questions about it before, between this Samsonite person and Joey Waffles. I swear that sock Samsonite, maybe if Navigator is still here, or Punky, or let me see, somebody else.
Samsonite comes from our community. That account's been around.
Oh, okay. So they're not
before. Yeah, that account came out right before the hurricane, right after the Kratom shit happened.
Oh. I was thinking they were from Cromwell, but you're right. It might have been from them. Okay.
So.
All right. Wasn't that long ago, then.
This is the first time I can recall Samsonite really saying some vile shit. Generally, Samsonite, has called people to task, but it's never been anything like crazy. Not that I can recall, and I recall it on like Steph's lives. I think I've seen it at the settlement, the shit show, a couple other people's lives. Like, it'd pop up, it'd say hello, it'd have conversations and chat. Nobody knows who it is. Nobody knows
Yeah.
if it's a sock account or if it's an actual person.
Sure.
So this to me is weird, seeing it go after Joey Waffles.
Mm.
But it was like a really egregious accusation, unless I missed.
No. It
right?
accused him of being a chomo.
Yep.
Look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Like it was said today. It was said yesterday. It was alluded to a couple days ago. Like, now, I have an inkling of what he does for work based on things he said to me, things he said on panel. You don't get a job like that without going through a background check.
Of course. Oh, Pat, interesting theory.
What'd he say?
Not if that he thinks it's Paladin, but not if this person was around the hurricane and the kratom stuff. Then I don't think Paladin was lurking around this area back then.
Pat,
this
account, when I pulled the age of the account yesterday, it was literally September of 2022, and it has been in like Ruse chat and a couple others way back when.
Interesting. I don't know if there's really so let me ask a question before I wrap up. And I shouldn't even ask this. I should just watch Katie's. But wasn't Rebsy supposed to go to court this week about all that stuff?
Yeah, it got pushed.
Okay.
Yeah, he ended up changing the so he was supposed to go for a trial.
Can you hear me? Oh, a trial? He ended up with the jury of his peers?
The jury of his peers. Trial? Imagine those people.
Oh, wow.
So he ended up changing it to a bench trial because he felt that it was tainted, and he felt, Rebel was pulling his normal Rebel stuff. Yeah.
They're trying to kill me.
Yeah, somebody posted something from what they found on the internet about a jury.
A juror being selected that knows.
Yeah, a juror being selected. So he thought that it was somebody from YouTube, and he lost his shit, and
that was
so
messy.
now they postponed it for a bench trial.
That's probably for the better. So then there's the shift
I don't know about
drama.
that.
That's kind of interesting. And Mandy Bell is back. I saw that, and she's now covering Shift, which is so weird.
I think it's going to depend on which judge is actually going to listen to Connie, because I would rather take my chance with the people in that booth and having one or two people be like, this person is tapped, he's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like maybe, I don't know.
Massachusetts also, like, the judge can overrule the jury. It's one of the few states. Yeah.
Yep. Now don't get me wrong. Like I've pled out of shit due to some very favorable fucking things being dismissed.
Right.
And judges will flat out tell you at the time of doing that, like, look, I'm going to tell you right now that just because the DA and your attorney have agreed to this does not mean I have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That, and there's been times where, like, the judge will sit there and be like, I know that, I mean, it's very rare. Like, Massachusetts is one of the few states that does it, but it's very rare that the judge will overrule the jury. But, like, if there's something, like, egregious or something like that, they can be like, well, I find.
Yeah, I think it's only happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's mostly like they look at the jury as giving recommendations the same way like the attorneys would. Right. So like my situation, I'll openly talk about it. I don't care. I had a DUI that there were a lot of mitigating circumstances in, and the judge even said, like, look, there's a lot of facts that the state is presenting that add up and a lot that don't. There are a lot of claims in your report that add up and a lot that don't. He's like, based on that, you do this, we'll dismiss everything. My attorney wanted me to go to a trial, and I'm like, look, I really don't want to prolong and postpone this shit. Like, a trial could be months and months.
Right.
Like, let's fucking figure this shit out as soon as we can.
I mean, that's why we pay an attorney. I mean, they're supposed to advise us, right? But I understand wanting to get it over with too, because it's just so daunting.
Well, mine wanted to go to trial because even though I blew, there were 3 different numbers that came up of those blows. The field sobriety test was never actually captured, and based on the timeline that they claimed it was there, along with the claim of how I was pulled over, those were actually proven to be false, even based on the report. They were like, look, there's no way this happened because here's the time your vehicle pulled up to his. Here's the time the tracker that he has in his vehicle shows his vehicle was now moving via the tow truck. There's no way you did a sobriety test, you pulled him over, and all of that within the span of a minute.
No shit, yeah.
They were like, on top of that, the car was in drive with no gas.
Oh, wait, in drive? You mean in park or drive?
No, it was in drive. Like I had broken down on the side of the road, and they claimed that they saw me swerving. Like, no, dude, I had been fucking stationary for like 20 minutes.
Ain't got no
That cop
gas.
even showed up.
See, that's like goes back to if you had an electric car, your battery could have been dead on the side of the road. You know? Just
so for me, like that was the part that made, like, my attorney was like, wait, so you didn't actually get pulled over? I'm like, no, I wasn't operating a vehicle at the time this happened.
Hey, STL.
Now, I'm not going to lie, I was operating a vehicle beforehand.
Right. But prove it. Like, somebody else could have been operating it. You could have been sitting there waiting for them to come back, or, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what is
What
that
up, Big
saying?
Rick?
It's the...
Big Rick is here.
Right? I know, I just said hi, STL.
Yeah, but his name's Big Rick.
I know, Big Rick. Big
Rick.
Rick with a B.
No.
Big Rick.
No. Big Rick, as DFK calls him.
Oh,
Not DF Katie.
DFK. That is my favorite nickname. Poor Katie. But
DFK, he was giving money away the other night. Half the nation of the Philippines won his money.
Oh,
he hit big at a casino and hit a jackpot on a one-armed bandit, and it's a silent B. Yeah.
He gave all his money.
Big Brick actually won some money.
Oh, I think, you know what? I have to go check my Pick 6. When I scanned it with like the lottery app, it said, please bring to a retailer. Maybe I won big, and that's why they didn't want to tell me on the app, because I'm a big winner.
Oh.
No, you probably won the $2.
Yeah.
No, they usually tell me that. Come on, guys, don't be such dream crushers.
Well, Audie, you can look at the numbers that were pulled and know.
They're not private. It's not a big secret.
So lazy. I know. I'm so lazy. I just scanned it. I don't even play the scratch offs anymore. I just scratch off the barcode and scan it.
My God.
Audie's the type of person that they hate. So you know they get tracked, right? On how many tickets get scanned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who gets tracked?
Massachusetts before, they wouldn't even scan tickets unless they were winners.
Yep. Yeah.
At one time.
Really?
Yeah. I used to hate that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's because technically, Audie, they can scan the ticket and find out if it's a winner or a loser before technically selling it.
Right.
Oh.
Which is why.
Yep.
Which is why you're not allowed to buy tickets when you work at a gas station or a convenience store, anywhere that sells them.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's 2 barcodes. The one you scratch off, and then there's the one in the back.
Yep.
Oh, I know the one in the back. I never even put 2 and 2 together. ICB, I that is like a current trend. It's not just over here. I've seen it in other communities, and it's one that lights a fire under my ass because it's not only is it just shitty, horrible, it's dangerous. I've seen in other communities where they've gone as far as like going into the pedo hunter Facebook groups and dropping people's doxes and saying that they're some sort of a predator of some sort, just in hopes of people taking the bait. And it's really sick. It's something that really, really lights a fire under my ass. There's not much
And
around
that's
here that does lately.
Fairy Goddess has another point. Some with kids can be brought up, and some who can't. Like that's the other. It's like this is another reason why I just can't stand being around anymore.
I know
the loads of hypocrisy around here. Like I heard actually somebody make a excuse for somebody the other day, saying, "Well, it's just that person. That's why they bring up kids." When their kids themselves have been brought up, and they wanted freaking scorched earth because their kids were being talked about because it's somebody else. It's just like that's why I can't.
It's the double standards, the hypocrisy. There's no level or even playing field. The goalpost is constantly moving, and the fact that I don't know if it's like. Listen,
I think I could be actually behind in chat.
Then just be, yeah, he might be.
You might want to type in chat, tell him to catch up.
Okay.
I mean, Rada, to that point though, and I used to get pissed off at you about this too, because like I generally call people out if it's something that bugs me, if it's something I don't agree with. I normally message the person. And I know in the past you've been like, well, why don't they call their friends out publicly?
It depends.
That was always my thing, is like, if it's happening publicly, and I'm not saying you because you don't run a panel. But there's the people who run a panel that allow this to happen on their platform, and then after the fact, and like I probably should have been a little more specific on this, but it's the people who run panels and they allow it on their platform, and then they go ahead behind the scenes. Well, you know, because they're too much of a coward to say it while they're live, because they don't want to rock the boat. Like those are the people that are like, what the fuck? Like, why don't you call it out? And that was basically Fairy. That's my point. It's like it was done publicly. Call it out publicly. Show that you're against it, because like we see these people yucking it up on other panels and be like, hey, yuck, 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 and then when that person they're yucking up with goes ahead and says something, and they call them the pedo or the child thing or whatever, it falls on deaf ears, and then it's like, well, are you for it or against it? That's when it gets confusing.
No, and I agree with that.
Be like, just be honest and be like, you don't care. I mean, there's maybe some people that really just don't care. They don't see it. Don't just say, stand up against it. Then just say, I only care if it happens to me. I don't care about anybody else. Then be upfront.
And that's a lot of people. Some people like that. They only care if it happens to them. Fine. Say that. Say it then. Like,
and look, since I don't have a panel, I'm going to use Audie's for a second.
I know, Alex. You can use mine, Christ, as long as it's not your Widgeloos.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should go after anybody's significant others if they're not on YouTube, their family if they're not on YouTube, their fucking loved ones if they're not on YouTube. I don't think anyone should be looking at people's houses. The other day, somebody said, oh man, I pulled this person's records. The only thing I said was, are they a chomo? No? Then I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, people fuck up. That's going to happen. I don't care who anybody is phone boning, having sex with. The only people I give a fuck about on that is my fiance doing it. No? Cool. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and is it like somebody doing some like weird illicit shit with minors or something? Then call it out. Of course.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing: is that we have certain people that go up on panels and they get on their little soapbox and say, you know, point their finger to everybody else and how dare you do this? How dare you do that? And then come to find out they have the same shit in their background. And that's just like, it just goes to show you the cowardice and the hypocrisy around here. That's why I don't mind knowing some people's backgrounds. So when they're standing up there on their freaking soapbox, pointing out other people and how bad they were, well, you did it before. So why do you go up there? And I get it. Like, nobody's perfect. However, like, it just goes to show you the character of some of these people. That's why in the future, I'm not going to go watch them anymore. Like, there's certain people that are currently, they can drop like 100 people in their chat. Like, you know, and I'm not going to mention any names, but they were making fun of somebody for something that they had the same thing in their past. So I'm not going to go watch them. Like, I know who Rad is talking about. What I will say to that point though, is even if we take the person out of it, right, and we look at the situation, as somebody who has had to take mandated fucking government alcohol courses, I also know that simply cracking open a cold one and drinking it, whether you are driving or you're sitting at the gas station,
You're not drunk the moment it hits your lips.
Right.
So, did the person have an open beverage while driving? Sure. Were they drinking?
Well, not
driving?
just that person. I was talking about.
No. I know. But I'm saying the person that the outrage happens to, right?
Yeah.
That situation that gets pulled up quite a bit is it. To me, that feels more of a troll, less of a situation, right? Like it seems like they're just.
I agree.
They know it triggers that person. Because I can tell you right now, if I go to the gas station, and during COVID I did this quite a bit, I got very friendly with the people at the gas station. I'd buy my cigarettes. It felt great to just be out of the house for even a fucking moment. I'd go smoke a cigarette with one of the attendants, shoot the shit, laugh. I can't tell you how many times I would see blue collar people come out with a full fucking container of ice and a alcoholic beverage, and that was their only purchase. You don't have to be Pat S to put 2 and 2 together to know what's about to happen.
Right.
God.
I don't even know if he would know.
Well,
and that's also a very great point. Like, you do have people driving around drunk and high, and you hear nothing. Like, they admit that they're freaking high as a skunk, but like, nope, nothing. You hear crickets, but yeah, just it's just. I mean, stop being sheep, people. Like, stop. Yeah.
I know. It's the thing is, I think Alex made a really good point. I do feel like there's been times where like enough like people, use their platforms to call things out, and like sometimes it gets no attention or it gets attention for a little bit and it's wash, rinse, repeat, right?
Right.
So I understand the complete frustration with that, because it is frustrating. It's just, if nothing else, like you said, sometimes you have to take a step away. I am getting very close to that point because I'm allowing things to really bother me where normally I could care less, but I'm finding myself like outraged and fired up and like wanting to say things. And I'm like, why am I letting this get to me? But like some things are just so egregious that it's hard to ignore. But yeah, I mean, I know we're not the only little group. There's millions of people on this platform. The same shit happening every day somewhere else.
Well, here's the thing, and this is how like effed up some people are around here. So the other night I went up on a panel, and I think it was Katie's, and I said, "Will somebody else do something stupid so we can actually stop listening about this whole stupid freaking Quick Vic thing because it's beat to a dead horse." I actually got people like messaging me like, "Oh, you agree what Quick Vic does?" I said, "I don't care anymore because of people bringing up this guy's name is the only reason why I know this DJ guy."
Me too. I had no idea who that was until this situation.
And my point was exactly proven less than a week later, because now everybody can't get off Mike Cerrone. Like, all of a sudden, Quick Vic is like, well, Quick Vic who? Like, nobody's talking about that anymore. Like, that's old news. Everybody was outraged like 2 days ago because Quick Vic was hiding a pedo, according to what the internet was saying. Now this week, everybody's outraged because Mike Cerrone showing his peen on YouTube. It's a moving spotlight.
It is.
Like, it's just like stop getting on your soapboxes, people, pretending that you're outraged about something. Like, okay, Quick Vic fucked up by it. Move on. I heard Quick Vic on a panel. I heard 4 different people asking him, "Well, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?" And it's like, well, okay, yeah, he said he knew. Move the fuck on. Like, okay, he fucked up. Either shun him.
You know what? Yeah, exactly.
Well, Rada, the reason you heard so many people ask him is because he changed his story.
That's fine. It's fine. He changed his story. So what? He hit it, then ignore him. Like, we heard Tommy. People still go watch Tommy, but Tommy say 4 different times that he was not going to let Quick Vic on his panel anymore, and I think 3 of those times he let him up again. It's like nobody, everybody's stop it. This outrage, I mean, stop it.
Yes. So like I think what you said was like either shun him or move on. So like if somebody's bad behavior is pointed out or something is exposed or whatever, then it's up to each individual to choose whether or not to continue to engage and interact. I like to think I've been pretty good about staying away from people that I choose to not like give attention to because I just think they're shit humans. I try to. If everybody kind of did that, then those people would go away.
Right. Exactly. And that's the problem is like everybody's saying he had many versions. You know why he had many versions? Because people allowed it. Like, instead of just being like, all right, Vic, you fucked up. either decide not to talk to him ever again or freaking do whatever you want with him. No, people kept on calling him back on panels. People kept on bringing him back up. Well, what was the version today? What? Okay, well, either way, no matter how many times he fucked up, no matter how many times, it's a fuck up. He fucked up. No matter what version he tells, it's a fuck up. Either freaking don't talk to him anymore or move the fuck on. Like, I just don't get this. Like, yeah, he changed his story because everybody allowed him to change his story because they kept bringing him up. We know Quick Vic is a moron. Everybody knows that. He's stopped many motorcycle crashes with his head. He's helped his motorcycle not hit telephone poles because of his head. Good. He's an idiot. That's why we got to move on. Like, of course he's going to change his story. But it's just like people just find these little scabs that they just want to pick at and pick at and pick at. And then they're like, oh, look, another scab. And now the newest scab is Mike Cerrone pulling his penis out on camera. Now they're going to pick that scab. And they forget about Quick Vic. The week before, I forget what it was. Freaking JoJo was a scab at one time. Like,
well, some of it is entertaining. I can't help it, but you know, some things I do want to talk about because
the Cerrone thing is way more entertaining.
Yeah, the Cerrone thing is like it just happened. So, but I get it but tonight it's Saturday night, so trust and believe some shit's gonna go down tonight, and we're all gonna move on to something else. If not,
and I'm probably not gonna be watching it still. Sorry.
Rada,
and you know why I don't have to watch it? Because for the next week and a half, people will be talking about it.
That's right. You'll get a full play-by-play.
Rada, go live.
Yes,
No.
Rada, go live. I'm going to end this anyway. Because I got to
Okay, thanks for having me up. Bye.
I got to go do chicken duty and clean the duty.
And we know literally. Chicken duty makes people rage quit, so.
I know. And guess what? I've been on the headphones the whole time since I've been on the computer, so it looks like it's a go. These are working out great.
Yeah, sounds good. Like, I can hear your background pretty well, too.
I know. I'm sorry. That's why this is definitely my time to go. But thank you so much for all your help, Chris, with this, too. I really appreciate it. Have a fabulous rest of the weekend, everybody. I got to end this. Love you all. Be good.
Take care.
What, baby?